Welcome back to AFL from LA. Who loses and why? I am your host, Cindye, with my lovely and talented co-host, Andrew from Ankle Sore. Hi, Andy.
Hi, Cindye.
Another week down. We did it.
We did it.
I actually thought you caught up to me this week with some of my wild tipping predictions, but you didn't, actually. We canceled each other out.
You just changed everything, did you?
Well,
just on the fly.
We canceled each other out because the one we totally blew I can't think now.
So Carlton GWS were opposite.
We were opposite.
So
that's it. We canceled that one. And then I got 2 wrong of the ones we differed on, and you got 2 wrong of the ones we differed on. So we just completely negated each other.
That's no good, is it?
It's not for you. It's pretty good for me. And after the live watch party, I got some better ideas about what your GWS outfit's going to look like. So
I need stitching up my sides because they're bursting.
We'll see. There's lots of time. There's lots of time left.
Yeah. There's an eternity left.
Yeah. So, alrighty. So we're moving into round 12, which is the first of like 400 buys, apparently. There's buys 12, 13, 14, and round 15, I think.
15, yep.
Right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Seems weird, right? I mean, this is a relatively
for the
new
AFL,
thing.
that's about normal for the AFL.
And for 1 week, the Suns and Brisbane will be caught up with the rest of the competition. How about that?
Oh, just for 1 week. That's right.
Yeah. So, so people having buys: Carlton, North Melbourne, Port Adelaide, and Western Bulldogs. So I hope you all have a nice, relaxing week off. And some of you, I hope you find your form while you're while you are relaxing.
Hang on. Carlton have a nice, relaxing week off.
Yeah.
They should be training now. They should be throwing up in the toilets because they're running laps.
So let me ask you, when you have the bye, not you have the bye, when they have the bye, is it actually supposed to be like time off? Is it like a contractual thing, or is it just like are they supposed to be training?
I don't know if it's contractual, but they usually give them 3 to 4 days off at least, which is a lot in season, you know.
Yeah.
The infamous Jordan De Goey going to Bali for 5 days and getting into trouble a few years ago.
I remember that, yeah.
I think, they have some short trips, but, just behave yourself.
Got it. All right. So let's jump right into the round. The first game, Thursday night, May 29th, the Brisbane Lions against Essendon. It's at the Gabba. It's 7:30. So, Brisbane finally knocked off Hawthorn at the MCG. Apparently, that hoodoo has been going on for a couple decades. Is that right?
The Brisbane Hawthorn one, yeah. They haven't been able to beat them since 2004 or 2005.
I think that's right. Yep, 2004.
Yeah, that's when they were winning their premiership, so that understandable. But yeah, it's odd that they haven't beaten them for 20 years. That's interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't paying attention that long ago, but my understanding was that Hawthorn was on fire for a very long time.
Yeah, mid-teens, so they won the premiership in 2008.
Yeah.
Then won 12, 13 and 14.
Yeah.
Or was it 13, 14, 15? So they had a good run, and then Brisbane was slowly sort of going down, and then when their new coach got there, the current coach, whatever I forgot his name, who just
Fagan.
coached his 200 games. Chris Fagan,
I was
thank
going
you.
blank too. I'm like, I can see him. He's got glasses.
Chris Fagan, yeah. That's when they started to go up. They lost a lot of players over that time too. No one wanted to be there.
Yeah.
It wasn't a destination club, so it makes sense that they couldn't beat them for a long time.
Yeah. So, well, they sure did the job this week, much to your chagrin. So, let's see. Essendon. Let's talk about Essendon. Essendon haven't beat anyone in the top 8. So can you explain to me why there is so much hype around the idea that Essendon is, a chance? Like, what is it about this team that makes everyone go bananas?
Don't know if they're going bananas or bananas, as you say.
Yeah. Banana.
Banana. So I've said it for weeks.
Yeah.
They beat the teams that they should.
Yeah.
So therefore, that's probably half the competition. Let's be honest. So they can beat probably 6 to 8 teams.
Okay.
So if they had a favourable draw and they played West Coast twice, North Melbourne twice,
Yeah.
Richmond twice, Port Adelaide, let's say, the way they're going, they could conceivably play finals, you know?
Right.
So it's all about the draw, and let's not go on about the draw because it's not fair for everyone. It's not equal every year. So
That's true. Yep.
Unless everyone plays each other twice, it's never going to be fair. So
That's right. Yeah.
you know, that's why I think they're a chance to play finals, even though I don't think they will. But
Okay, so
that's why.
let's say they get the math right and they could actually play finals. Should they be playing final? I mean, are they that good? Like, are they good enough? Like, they can, you can get to finals and not be good enough, right? It's possible.
Yeah, exactly. Of course.
Right? Based on what you said, play the Eagles twice, play Richmond twice, right?
You can make finals by default, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Now, if they make finals, if they happen to slip into that 8th position, because they're not going any higher if they make it,
Okay.
they should ring up the AFL on Monday,
Yes.
or Sunday actually, and just say, we forfeit. That's it. Waste of
Just
time.
save everybody time.
Oh, well, I mean, it's giving themselves false hope because you don't want to be losing by 80 points in the final, and that just really puts a dampener on the pre-season and going into next year. So, yeah.
So do you see them? Do you see them going into the 8 right now? Do you think they'll make it? No. Okay.
No chance.
So Ben Mackay is out for Essendon, and what do they need to do to be competitive against the Lions?
They need to play 5 on the bench, so they're sub.
Yeah.
Their emergencies need to be on the ground, so they need to have 3 extra players.
Okay.
And then it'll be touch and go.
Then they might have a shot.
They might. I'm not sure, but they might.
All right. Well, the Lions haven't lost a game at the GABA. I think it's 17 straight night games. I think the key word is night. Someone's going to be like, they lost to Geelong.
Geelong, I was going to say, but that was, yeah. I was actually going to pick you up on it straight away. And it's like, you said night, yes.
I think the word night is very important in that sentence.
Yep.
So does the streak actually intimidate the opposition, or is it just noise?
It's intimidating playing there at any time, let's be honest, because they can... Once they get on the roll in Brisbane, oh my God, and you hear that Charlie
Country Roads
song, oh my goodness.
John Denver?
Oh, I heard it firsthand, trust me.
You did?
Yeah, well, you didn't see my video with him on grand final night?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, bloody hell. Actually, that was all right. I'd rather hear it there than
at the stadium,
at the ground when he's kicking goals, yeah. So, but anyway, it's intimidating just going there, you know. It's warm, it's different over there.
So I'm going off topic for a second. So
please do.
So all of these teams have taken on having like songs, right, at their home games. Each player might have their own song. But some of these songs, I wonder, like, how did they end up as this player's song? For example, somebody's song is Sweet Caroline, a song that probably was old even for some of these people's parents, right?
Yeah, I think that's
Fogarty's song.
Yeah,
I don't know. You guys tell us whose song. But how are they coming up with these songs? Like, do you think that the club comes up to them and they're like, okay, here's 12 songs. Which one do you want? Or do you actually think they're picking their songs?
No, of course they're picking their songs. Like Tex Walker.
Yeah.
What's his song?
Yeah, Sex is on Fire, I think. Or Arcade Fire, right? Yeah.
Do you honestly think that the club went and said, here you go, what do you reckon? Or he's just that cocky that, he had to pick that?
They might have, and they were like, well, this is what we want for you. He's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Like,
and Callum Brown. Okay.
I told you it wasn't an Irish jig. It's actually like a Hispanic,
Last year it was. I guarantee you.
No, it was like
But he did like a dance to it. He even said it was an Irish.
He did. That was last year. To it, but it wasn't. I don't know.
Well, I'm not talking about GWS.
We'll go back in the archives. Somebody let us know. Anyway, so who loses and why?
Come on, let's not even go there.
Well,
Essendon lose. My God, come on.
All right.
Do you want me to actually say the words?
Yes.
For 10 minutes, I've explained why they can't
win. Can you pantomime it? Do you know sign language?
No, I don't. I was going to do something then, but I won't.
Essendon.
Do that again. I wasn't looking. Sorry.
Essendon. Essendon lose.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the Gabba's record. I think the injuries, midfield injuries. Brisbane's plus 16 contested ball. They're anything can happen, but I don't think anything's happening this week that we don't expect. So we'll see. Alrighty, this one. This has the potential to be a ripper. Friday night. Collingwood versus Hawthorn at the MCG, another 7:40 game. So Collingwood trailed north at halftime. Crazy, right? And then I think they lost Pendlebury and Hill pregame. Maynard went out early, and they still rallied. And they had 8 unanswered goals in the last corner to win by 45. Holy crap! I mean,
they're incredible. How else can you say it? Like. They keep losing players or resting players, and they just keep winning. And they win because their system is so good. They're a system-based side, so they have a system where if you're here, you need to do this. If you're here, you need to do this. So it's simple for the players to come in and just play that role for that game or 3 games or whatever that they're in for. They're amazing. I don't know what else to say. That's
what I was going to ask you, because the final term, right? I mean, it seems like it might be proof that they can just flip a switch. They're like, go time. We gotta get this done. You agree with that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. As long as you've got Nick Dacos, anything's possible. That's all I'm going to say. He's special.
Hawthorn. Oh, your Hawks. They out-tackled Brisbane, yet lost. I mean, are they good enough to turn the pressure onto the scoreboard to win against Collingwood?
Well, yeah, they are. They're just not showing it. Because they showed it last year for the second half of the year and even the early part of this year.
Okay.
But I think, it's funny to say, but I think they're trying too hard, if that makes sense.
Explain yourself.
They're not playing their natural game. Their natural game is full of flair.
Yeah.
So I think they're so sort of, we have to do this and we have to tackle and we have to... But their flair's not coming out.
Yeah.
Their 3 key forwards, and when I say key, I don't mean size, but Marbiot Chol, Jack Gunston and the Wizard, Nick Watson, didn't kick a goal on the weekend, right? That's big. It's hard to win games if your forwards aren't kicking goals.
How many free kicks did the Wizard get for?
None.
Ducking?
I didn't see. Maybe one. I didn't see him get many, to be honest.
Okay, he was slacking off.
He tried. He tried a couple of times, but just their natural flair just isn't there, right?
Okay.
So I just think they need to get back to that. Hollywood Hawks.
So is the bringing on of my buddy T. Barras and what's the other guy's Battle?
Josh Battle. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that not working out? Because it seems like Sicily hasn't been performing well either with his new role. At first it seemed like it freed him up, and then now it seems like.
So they've worked in the sense that they're the key backs. They're doing their job, but now Sicily's lost.
Okay.
He was playing that floating role and occasionally play on someone. Now he's like the odd man out, and what do you do with him? He's got no, he sort of needs to play on someone now.
Okay.
And he's not that type of player, and I don't think they need him down back because they've got the key backs now, I think he's much suited to wing forward, to be honest, because he's a lovely kick.
Yeah.
Reads the game well. So I think they've sort of pushed him out. But it's not a bad thing. I just don't think they're utilising him properly.
They haven't found the right spot for him yet.
They haven't.
Okay.
And, geez, they'd want to get going because it's round 12 this week. They'd want to find one.
Time is the ticking. So, Andrew, who loses and why?
Collingwood. This is a grand final for Hawthorn. I'm telling you. This is... I'm giving them one last chance.
Okay.
And this is not to disparage Collingwood. This is because
it should be a tough game,
fantastic.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But I really think that Hawthorn, this is almost season on the line stuff. Yeah, well, they lose this, it's 3 in a row. You can't be going places if you're losing 3 in a row. And yes, it's tough. You're playing the top side. But again, they've got a few out.
Yeah.
Here's your chance to, to take it to them. So
wow, well, I completely wasn't expecting that. I do think that there's I couldn't quite confirm this before we started recording this. So, but I think Pendlebury will be back.
I think so.
DeGoey's still iffy.
He's still a few weeks away.
I think
Schultz might be back.
Schultz is, I think, questionable.
Touch and go, yeah.
So, but I think the Hawks lose this one. I think they're going to struggle to defend the high forward turnover chains, and the Magpies, will feast on those opportunities. So we have our first battle.
Either way, it's going to be a great game, I think. But,
it's going to be awesome. No spoilers, because it's going to be on in the middle of the night for me.
I won't. Do I ever spoil it?
You
Never.
don't. You're actually pretty good about it. It's all everybody else out there.
I understand. Trust me. I do understand.
I'll have to set up my phone the night before a game, and make sure everything is not on AFL from LA. I have to, because
notifications or whatever. Yeah.
Because I'm just constantly picking up my phone to
of course,
check it
as
out.
we all do.
So
yeah.
I have to retrain myself on certain days.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next game, May 31st, Saturday, it's the Gold Coast Suns and your Fremantle. Can't say it. You're Fremantle Dockers.
Wash your mouth out with soap. How dare you? My Fremantle Dockers.
I'm joking. So
that's not something to joke about, Cindye.
I'm
all right?
sorry, Andrew. I'm so sorry.
Bloody hell.
So this one is in Gold Coast. This is at People First.
The Fortress.
1:20 in the afternoon. Well, it pretty much is a fortress, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. They keep the people in. They lock the gates. Nepo babies. As Ross Line said.
Well, I was going to ask you, so we'll just jump right into it.
Jump right in.
So he completely dismissed Gold Coast as Nepo babies, AFL Nepo babies. And then obviously, Demo came out and said, that he should focus on his own situation. The CEO, Mark Evans, called it offensive and out of line. So, where do you fall on the controversy?
I fall on the side of Ross Line. You're an idiot.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. Yeah.
Well, there's 13,000 at the ground.
Yeah.
Right? To watch
Lowest
St
ever,
Kilda.
right? Is that right?
Yeah. Don't worry about about Gold Coast. They've got no supporters in Melbourne, right?
Yeah.
They've got minimal supporters as it is, let alone Melbourne, right?
Right.
So, because of Ross Lyon, and this is all his fault, this is his third year, and the type of football he plays, it's not attractive to anyone. Watching on TV, to going to the ground. Why would you want to go and watch that crap? Your team try and kick 8 goals. They try and kick 8 goals.
Yeah.
They don't try and kick 16. Yes, they've done it in the past, but everyone has. But his mantra is defend, 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 and then we'll score on the other side. We'll score 2 goals. If it's 2 goals to 3, he's happy if they win.
Right.
That's disgusting. And he's going to lose his job, unfortunately, because of it.
Really? Wait.
You can't be getting 13,000 to a game. Come on.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, not those established clubs. It seems like I know some of the other clubs have a harder time getting people. I understand that they're building these clubs and you have to give special concessions to try to equalize the game. And St. Kilda, although they I don't believe they've had the same kind of concessions in terms of players and picks and things like that. But they're certainly getting handouts from the AFL as well. So it's sort of
monetary, yes.
It's biting the hand that feeds you. And look, it'd be one thing if the Suns started playing the first year they started playing and they just beat everyone. I could understand the animosity.
Exactly.
But how many years has it been? It's been 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
So
it's been a while.
He needs to relax with Ross.
Absolutely.
I think we did a whole thing about relax with Ross.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
I want him to go back in the media. He's great in the media.
Is he? I mean, he's kind of awesome. Entertaining, right?
He is. He's very entertaining. He just can't coach.
Oh,
in the modern era.
So let's see who we've pissed off this week about that. So, okay. Did Frio's belting of port do anything to change your mind about them? Are you slowly coming around to that they're any good or no?
Because they beat Port Adelaide in Perth. No.
And they also beat the Giants, much to my,
Yeah,
disappointment.
that was one out of the box.
Okay, so
Giants weren't exactly setting the world alight at that stage. So
they weren't. But we'll get to that one.
They're still not in the 8, Fremantle, so my Nuggets are safe. So
your Nuggets are so far safe. All right, so who loses and why?
Fremantle, because they're playing at the Fortress.
Okay.
People First Stadium.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
You can't disagree.
No, it's a 6-day break. If Pierce is suspended, that's a huge loss for them.
Huge loss,
especially against the Suns. Gold Coast is like a turnover machine, and I think they have the edge in the rut. Well, I know. Well, we don't know what's going to happen either if Darcy's going to be playing or if it's going to be Jackson, but. I'll move on. The Suns are winning, and the Dockers are not.
Yes, correct.
All right. So Saturday, May 31st, GWS against Richmond at NG Stadium. Yay!
What are you cheering about?
4:15 game. I'm excited now. I'm back.
Why?
I'm back on.
Because they've won one game.
Yeah, they won well against... Who did they beat?
Pack of donkeys.
Who did they beat this week? So, if you guys missed it, Andy and I did our first live watch party, and it was GWS versus Carlton, and I would say it was a huge success for us. It was a lot of fun, and we had a lot of people, a lot of you out there chimed in, and really it was a great way to watch the
chat
game.
was nonstop.
Yeah, you guys were great, so appreciate that you tuned in, and we're going to try to do another one where we don't actually care about the teams that are playing.
Neutral teams, please.
Yeah, because
can't handle it.
It's a little stressful.
It is stressful. It is.
Yeah, so I lost the tip, but my team won, and Andy won the tip, and his team lost. So, so let's just take a moment. Just grant me this. Let's talk about Toby's 250th game.
What about it?
Because the boy was on fire. You know the stats, right?
He was very good.
Yeah.
He was very good. Yes, I know the stats.
Okay, well, for those of you who don't, 28 disposals, 3 goals, 3 behinds, 13 score involvements, 9 marks, 4 tackles, 6 clearances, and 6 inside 50s. I mean, he could do no wrong. If Toby was playing for your Blues or Collingwood or any of the big Melbourne teams, how would he be perceived?
He would be a god.
A god. Thank you. That feels good.
Because he's playing for that orange team, he's not.
Yeah, they hate him. He's too good.
I don't think they hate him. I think they respect him. I think they're just jealous. We're all just jealous because he hasn't played for us,
Yeah, he's a legend. All right. Hogan kicked 4. Callum Brown kicked 3.
Hang on. Who kicked 4? Who?
Jesse Hogan. Tom Hogan to you. Riccardi. Michael Jackson, Riccardi hit 3. Even Cadman hit 2. Ward 1, and Briggsy just did a miracle.
That kick in the goal square just out of the row. Oh my god!
Yeah, it was fantastic. And I think, Kingers figured it out. He moved Whitfield up, took him out of the halfback. And he took some of the pressure off the midfield and allowed, Tom Green to do what he needed to do. And Toby came in anyway. I think and Lucky Ash, he's fantastic too. So he kind of stepped into
all Australian issue, Lucky Ash.
Yeah, I would love to see that. So anyway, I know that you did a fantastic Carlton corner this week. So any of you out there who haven't seen it, you can go for a full-on assessment of what is wrong with Carlton. But do you want to give us just a quick, summary of your feelings towards them?
I believe they should invest in a butcher so they can have heart transplants. They should get hearts and put them in their bodies because they've got no heart at their club. Not one player's got a heart at their club. Not one. No heart, no endeavour, no nothing. It makes me sick watching it. Honestly,
it was not pleasant for the Blues fans. I'm sure of it. Even your stars are.
What stars? We have no stars.
Yeah. Well,
not anymore. I'm
in memory. Okay. Richmond lost inside 50s by 17 against Essendon, yet led for large chunks. Does that say more about the Tigers' efficiency or the Bombers' waste?
Probably Tigers' efficiency. They're such a young team. And, on the weekend they were missing Tom Lynch, Noah Bolter, because it was a night game.
Yep.
And they were missing Nankervis, their ruckman and captain, right?
Yeah.
They're young as it is.
Went out. I can't remember when.
His hamstring in the half-time. By half-time, he was out of the game. It's like you can only take so much. Like,
right.
The barrel just runs dry after a while. They're trying. Like if I was a Richmond supporter, I'd be happy watching them because they try and they give everything. But they're not there yet, and they will be. They're going down the right path.
All right. Well, who loses and why?
Richmond, because Noah Bolter's not allowed to travel because
it's nighttime past his curfew.
Oh my God! The legal system in this country is cooked.
Richmond lose. The GWS is plus 38 clearances in the past 3 matches at NG. And Lawler's out. Balta, as you mentioned. Lynch may be back, but I don't see him being able to do much with Iden and Buckley and Taylor. So there you have it. All right. Might be another fun weekend for old Cinders here.
I was going to say, you said all that with a grin on your face, so
what did I say?
You're pretty happy with yourself, aren't you?
Well, it makes up for a game that we'll talk about later. God.
Okay.
So Saturday, also May 31st, Sydney Swans versus your Adelaide Crows at the SCG. 7:35. Okay, so this one is interesting because I'm going to just tell you that the odds are 210 for the Swans and 175 for the Crows, which seems insane.
The Crows must have 15 players out. They must have.
So apparently, when they run all these things through the, the system, whatever the computer, it only gives the Crows like a 60% chance of winning. But we'll that's just a fun fact. But so
we should ask Ricky who's going to win.
Oh, I think even Ricky at this point thinks that.
Really? Oh, he's finally coming around.
Yeah, he's disappointed. Is
he? Okay.
Yeah. So Callum Mills was suspended, I think.
For 1 week. Yep.
He got 1 week, so he won't be playing. Should the Swans try Warner on the ball, or should they throw one of these kids on the ball? Because right now, again,
nothing's working. Yeah.
Their midfield, they're having a problem there. It seemed like Rowbottom was hustling, but there wasn't much else going on for them.
Well, much like your Jesse Hogan analogy, he's got to play back, he's got to play midfield, he's got to play forward, right?
Yeah.
So Warner and Heaney start the midfield and then have to go forward. They have to do everything.
Yeah.
Because that's all they've got. That's the honest truth. Mind you.
Right now, look, they don't have the forward line, and they're missing Papley, and they're missing Amadi's out, but they're missing Papley and Goulden. So they're again part of their machinery in the center is not. And then once they get forward,
100%.
They don't have anyone there, 100%. Right? Yeah.
Which I was trying to explain to some viewers, subscribers, that without those two, you ain't winning many games. It was proven to be correct against Melbourne on the weekend. So, but anyway,
yes,
I still can't believe those odds. Honestly, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty. It'll be interesting to see. I'm actually going to watch this one as the week goes on to see if it changes. But right now, it said 60%, and I think it also has to do with the fact of the grounds, SCG. I believe that the grounds, they affect some of the way that Adelaide plays ball, the way they try to move the ball. So I think it that's part of why they're saying that. But your Crows were pretty average during the first half of their game against the Eagles. Would you agree?
Yeah, because what are they showing up for?
I mean,
against the Eagles, really?
Well, you have to like be honest. Were you like at any point in the first half just sort of like, like what is happening here? Because I certainly was on the opposite, like
not
opposite
for one.
Really?
1 millisecond. Not for 1 millisecond.
I don't buy it. I think there was a little sweating going on and a little like get your shit together feeling.
Why?
Because they were, I mean, the Eagles were only like a few goals behind. Like, and Eagles had like, let me tell you how good the Eagles were in the first half of this game.
Tell me.
The commentators were complimenting them. It was like literally like they couldn't say enough nice things about them to the point where it's like, what is happening here? Why are they so like seriously? And then of course the second half happened.
Was that Simpson commentating?
No, Shudo and Dicko, I think, was on that game. Okay. Like it was bizarre. Yeah, it was in bizarro land.
Rashudo's on the board of Adelaide, so he's just trying to be,
being friendly.
Respectful. Yeah, respectful. Until they finally smashed them in the second half.
All right. So who loses and why?
Who's playing?
Cindye and your
Adelaide.
Crows.
My Crows. Cindye lose. They're horrendous. They are horrendous.
Let me ask you this. If it's raining, do you say the same thing? Will the weather affect their ability to, like, Fogarty?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
absolutely.
If it's raining, do you change your tip or
no?
No. Either way.
No. It just gives the Swans a slight more chance.
So they still lose, but just not by as much.
Not by as much, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, well, I'm agreeing with you. This is no fun for you in terms of our tipping this week, but
you're going first on the next game. I know,
I'll
probably
do that.
A stupid game that doesn't make any difference to anything.
The Crows are top 4 for stoppages, and it's they're not going to win. I don't know why I'm even looking at my notes. Okay, so Melbourne versus St. Kilda Sunday. We're in June. Oh my God, June 1st.
Is it really?
Yeah, amazing, right? Where does time go? This is at TIO Traeger Park at 3:20 in the afternoon. Where's Traeger Park? This is Darwin, I think.
Northern
right?
Territory somewhere, Darwin or something like that.
All right. Yeah. Well, so Melbourne's 5-goal Pickett masterclass buried Sydney. You think, I should ask it more this way, do you think... kind of already know the answer. Do you think this is the Demons announcing themselves as contenders, or did the Swans just gift wrap it though with giving them 11 turnovers in front of goal?
No. The Demons I've told you 2 weeks ago. I said it. Yeah, they're smoky. They're coming. All their good players are back and playing well. That's scary.
Okay, so I know you think they're back, right? But they can only, statistically, they can only drop 4 games out of the next, I think, 13.
That's fine.
And they have a pretty tough schedule. I mean, they have to play Collingwood twice.
I'll beat them once. That's okay.
They have a tough, their fixture is tough.
That's fine.
And they're going to be facing the top teams during that time. So, I don't know. Let's see. So, who are they playing? St. Kilda.
St. Kilda.
All right.
The disgusting Saints.
We talked a little bit about St. Kilda. So, the Saints versus the Suns game, I think it was a little closer than most people expected. Don't you think? 19 points in the end?
Yeah, well, if you put 18 players behind the ball, it's very hard to score. The Suns only kicked 12, and they're capable of kicking 20, so... it's had Ross Lyon written all over it.
It had Ross, your unfavorite person.
No, I like him as a person, just not as a coach.
Yes.
I love Ross Lyon. I love him in the media.
Okay.
Even his press conferences, but he's a shocking coach.
But you don't like him as coach. All right. No. So St. Kilda is very good at turning defense into points, right? So can they do that in Alice Springs? Alice Springs, that's where they're going to be.
Alice Springs. There you go. Read your notes.
Oh, God. Mental.
That's just testament that we don't rehearse this. It's just off the fly. So nothing scripted here, people. It's all.
So who loses and why.
Really? St Kilda gets smashed. 10 goals plus.
10 goals plus.
They won't even kick 10 goals. Oh, they might
You
kick 10.
You don't think Ross is going to at least like defensively shut it down?
All right, I'll tell you something about Traeger Park. It's a big bloody ground. Bigger than the MCG, right? Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of free space, and Melbourne will just run them off their legs.
Yeah.
And I think they'll actually do a number on St Kilda. I think they'll embarrass them.
So this is a home game for the Demons, right?
Yeah, they've played there a few times, actually.
So will they have more than 13,000 people there?
Oh,
probably not, because they don't have that at home, right?
Full St Kilda or Melbourne? St Kilda don't. Melbourne do.
They do? Melbourne games always look a little.
Yeah, because they played the MCG. If they played it, Marvel Stadium, it'd probably be about 30,000, 25,000, 30,000.
What's the difference in size between Marvel and MCG?
So MCG holds 100,100.
Okay.
And Marvel holds 54,000.
Oh, okay.
So
quite a big
double.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you see it empty, the MCG.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's not full, but it's not as empty as you think.
It's just double the size, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, I'm supposed to go first. I was supposed to go first. You already said it.
Oh well, yeah. Go and copy again.
Saints,
copy. Come on.
The Saints. Sorry, Eric. Yeah.
Eric. Why hasn't Eric come on the show?
Eric, you're invited anytime you want.
You have an invite. Mate, happy to talk about the Saints for an hour and why you should keep Ross Lyon as coach going forward.
Yes, I'd love
to have a chat, Eric.
Yes, let us know, Eric. You have your people, call my people.
If you're in LA, go to Cindye's. If you're in Melbourne,
even
come to
better.
mine.
Yes, come over. Okay, so the next game, all right, is June 1st, Sunday, West Coast Eagles versus Geelong Cats at Hawthorn at 7:30.
What's wrong? It's at night, 7:30 at night. Public holiday in Perth next day. Yeah.
Oh, well, what public holiday?
I don't know. Just they feel like having a day off. I don't know.
It's actually
ask the Perth people.
WA Day. I've heard.
Oh, Western Australia. That's awesome. Western Australian Day.
You each have your own. Go ahead.
Did you know West Coast are wearing the WA jumpers, like the state of origin?
The black and gold.
Yeah.
Right?
With the swan or whatever, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it makes sense. It's WA Day.
WA Day. It's going to be weird seeing them in those jumpers, but...
it will.
So, as I said, the Eagles game was like a tale of two halves. First half was, as an Eagles fan, was exciting and promising and hopeful. And the second half was an invitation to turn off the TV and watch something else. So... For a non-Eagles supporter, what did their intensity in the first half tell you about the team? Did it tell you anything? Did it signal to better days, or what did you take away from that?
Not really, because there's still some players there that I don't like. Oscar Allen's not there next year. That's a fact.
Yeah,
Tim Kelly doesn't want to be there
now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. But losing those players, those leaders of the club is hard. You know, Harley Reid could be another one that leaves.
Tim Kelly just signed on for 2 more years. He's staying.
What an idiot.
And look, in fairness, he stepped it up. He was, he had pressure. He was on it. He was, he was a little sloppy, but he was there. So I'm going to give him credit.
Good for him to sign 2 years, because he wouldn't be getting that anywhere else. The way he's been going the last couple of years. But look, I think West Coast are doing the right thing going down the youth path.
Yeah.
Because you've got to find some players, right?
Yes.
But their senior leaders, like McGovern, like we spoke about last week, might be career over, possibly.
Sadly, yeah.
Allen, captain, gone. Duggan's getting on a bit. I mean, there's no...
Yeah, do you hear Plugger Waterman is now injured too? He dislocated his shoulder.
Arm or something. Yeah,
no, it was his shoulder.
Like
It was a shoulder. Yeah.
Well, there you go. The only goal kicker they've got, true goal kicker, and he's not playing for 4 weeks or whatever it is.
I can't remember, honestly. I meant to look it up. So do you know how many goals he scored on that game? Because you said he can't score away from home, and I wanted to follow up on that. And I don't.
Let's have a look.
I don't remember
I actually don't
now.
know.
Huh?
It wouldn't surprise me if it was 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So if he's kicked 2 or less, that'd mean he can't kick goals away. Would we acknowledge that?
Well, I mean, I'd honestly have to go back and look at all the games. I'm just taking your word for it.
He kicked 3 straight.
He did?
He had 7 kicks.
Okay, and then they had to just knock him out and bust his shoulder. Yeah,
this is what we need to do to win the game.
Oh,
Plugger.
my God. All right. Well, so he's out. I heard not rumors. I heard a suggestion that maybe next year Baker should be the captain. What do you think about that? He's spicy, as people like to say.
Oh, he was a bit spicy on the weekend, rubbing or whatever he was doing, punching someone in the back of the neck. That was bad. It was Peatling. He was on the ground. Yeah, he sort of pushed
the back of the shoulders and a little niggle.
Oh, that makes it all right then. That makes it all right. Well, he's got his head in the dirt.
I see that in every game. I don't understand.
No, not like that. Hey, I'm a fan of Baker, Liam Baker. Yeah. But I'm just saying, that was a bit much. It was frustration. But not while he's down. That's
was
weak.
It, and you said it was Isaac Cummings?
No, Peatling. Same thing.
Oh.
Same. They come from GWS. They're the same. They make them out of a mould, cookie cutter.
Don't hurt my little Peatling. Love him.
The untidy, mustache twirling.
He's so cute. He's got great hair too. I love his hair. He keeps the sides. He didn't shave off the sides. Oh, he's adorable.
Who am I to talk about hair? Let's be honest.
Yes.
I have no say in this, a dog in this race at all.
All right. So let's talk about the Cats. They edged out the Bulldogs, and even though they won, Chris Scott had a little bit of a, something to say about the edge review system. Was he being kind of a poor sport, even though they won the game, or
No, I think he was just being honest, because that was a joke. There's no way that goal touched the post, not even close. I'm sure it got close to it, and obviously if you sort of brush by something, you're going to hear some sort of noise, right?
Okay.
But so Brad Scott was head of AFL football 2 years ago or something.
Before he went to Essendon, right?
Yeah, so he would have had a say in the edge technology.
So was that his inside information?
Yes. Well, he did say inside information. Yeah. No one's actually put two and two together and said it that I know of.
But you did.
Yeah, well,
breaking
but I'm
news,
special, Cindye. All right, I'm special. But I'll tell you something. I've got some stats for you for once about Geelong.
Yeah, right? Please tell me.
So, Jeremy Cameron and Shannon Neal kicked 11 goals straight between them.
Wow. Yeah.
The Bulldogs hit the post 5 times.
Yeah.
They've hit the post more than 3 times in 3 games this year, the Bulldogs. Which is astounding. There's a game, I think, 4 weeks ago where they hit the post 6 times. That's massive. So my point is Geelong, they were a bit lucky in the end, I thought. They played well. I mean, you've got to play well to beat the Bulldogs and kick 17 goals, but 11 straight from your 2 key forwards, and the Bulldogs hitting the post 5 times and losing by 14 points.
Yeah.
I'm okay if I'm the Bulldogs.
So I have 2 questions for you. What do you think about the idea of adding a new dimension to AFL, to Aussie Rules football, where if you hit the post, you actually get, 7 points or something, or if it hits the post and it comes back into play, you can play on. What do you think? That
I've been calling for years. I love it. I love that idea because that eliminates one problem.
Yeah.
It eliminates it. So if it hits a post and goes in, it's a goal. So be it.
What about getting rid of touched? Like touch play on, sorry, not touch play on. If it's a goal, if it goes through the goal and it's touched, why isn't it just a goal? Why is it?
No, exactly. So here's the thing, right? So when it's touched off the boot, like it's 30 metres out and they touch it.
Yeah.
If that goes through, it's a goal. Good on you. If you haven't smothered it enough for it not to deviate or not to go through, bad luck. It's a goal, right? If you touch it on the line, I get it. If there's a contest or whatever, and you touch it before it goes over, no problem. I've got no problem with that one.
I see.
Because you should be able to defend at some point, right?
Okay.
But off your boot, if it's touched, it still should be a goal.
Okay. All right, AFL, if you're watching, we're coming up with some good stuff here.
So, they're watching. Don't worry. They just don't respond.
So, who loses and why? Should I start crying now?
You go first.
Oh, I have to go first.
How about you go first?
I think my West Coast baby Eagles are going to lose.
Wow. That's a bombshell. Didn't see that coming. I didn't think you were going to say that.
Really? Come on.
Yeah, it's WA Day the next day. Come on, they're wearing the jumpers.
So it's Geelong. I mean, look, it's like all the talk about Collingwood and Brisbane. Like, why does everyone keep undercutting the Cats? I mean, what have the Cats done wrong? I mean,
11 straight and 5 posters by the Bulldogs and 1 by 14
They're still
points.
winning. Collingwood doesn't win by huge margins. You said it yourself. They just get the job done. Like,
yeah, I know.
You know, like the Cats are solid. You know, so
yeah, fair enough. Okay.
You know,
I like the Cats. It's like you paint me out to be the bad guy here. I like the Cats. I'm just being honest.
As I always say, I would be delighted to see the Eagles beat the Cats, and especially since we both are agreeing on this, I believe. Oh wait, we didn't. You didn't say yet. Who did you say lose? Who loses and why?
Do I have to waste breath on this?
Yeah, I think so.
West Coast get walloped.
Walloped. All right.
Plugger's not there. They can't score. They cannot score this week. They just
maybe if Liam actually kicked straight this week. Jeez.
Yeah, he kicked 4 behinds, didn't he?
Yeah,
or something?
He was off.
But even still, I mean, he's good for a couple. That's about it.
All right. Well, we did it. We made it. Here's round 12, and we thank you for tuning in, and thank you guys again for watching the live watch party. We will get something on the books again soon. Hope you have a great week, and I hope your team wins.